Welcome back to the deep dive. Today we're looking at a piece of hardware that's probably running in the background of your life, even if you've never seen it.
Yeah, we're talking about the WolfPack 8x8 Dante Digital Audio Processor.
A bit of a mouthful.
Huh, it is. But you're right. This isn't, gear for your garage band. This is the invisible brain for really high-stakes places.
Like what?
Think telemedicine, courtrooms, command centers, places where if the audio gets garbled, it's a genuine disaster, not just like an annoyance.
Okay, and that really sets up our mission for this deep dive. We have this, $700 metal box?
Right.
And it claims it can clean up and route all this complex audio, all without, and I'm quoting here, needing constant software debugging.
I know.
I have to say I'm a little skeptical. Usually no debugging just means you can't fix it when it breaks.
That's a fair point.
Yeah.
But to get why it exists, you have to look at the problem it's solving.
Right.
I mean, sure, it's an 8-channel mixer.
But the magic word here is Dante. I see it all over the specs. So for those of us who aren't audio engineers, is that just a fancy brand name, or is it actually doing something?
Oh, it does a lot. Think of Dante as audio over Ethernet.
Uh-huh.
In the old days, you'd be running heavy, expensive copper cables for every single microphone. With Dante, you just plug in a standard network cable.
The same one I use for my internet.
Exactly. This WolfPack unit has 2 of those. It can talk to any mic or speaker in the building with basically 0 signal loss.
All right, so that's the plumbing. But let's talk about the sound itself. The spec sheet lists a bunch of algorithms,
Yeah.
AEC, ANS, AGC. It's like alphabet soup.
They're the cleaning crew. Let's start with AEC. That's full band adaptive echo cancellation.
Right.
So if you're on a video call in, say, a court trial, and your voice comes out of the judge's speaker and goes back into their mic,
Ugh, you hear yourself a second later, it's impossible to talk.
it kills the conversation.
Yeah.
AEC just mathematically subtracts that echo in real time. It's essential.
Okay, what about ANS?
Adaptive noise suppression. This thing can cut background noise by up to 18 decibels.
18 decibels. That sounds like a lot.
It's huge. That's the difference between hearing the air conditioner humming and hearing, well, almost dead silence. It just strips out the floor noise.
And AGC must be automatic gain control. So it stops people from blowing out your eardrums.
You got it. It keeps the levels consistent. Doesn't matter if someone's whispering or shouting, the output is smooth.
But the feature that really jumped out at me was the auto mixer. The manual makes it sound like there's a tiny robot inside deciding who gets to speak.
That's a pretty good way to put it. Yeah. Imagine a heated meeting where 3 people talk at once. A normal mixer just adds all that noise together. Chaos.
And this doesn't.
The auto mixer acts like a director. It senses who has priority, the loudest or clearest voice, and it instantly lowers the volume on the other mics.
So it's making editorial decisions on the fly.
In milliseconds. All to keep the mix clean so you can actually understand what's being said.
Impressive. But what else is under the hood? What about the DSP, the digital signal processing?
It's a full suite. You've got an expander, EQ, a compressor, a limiter, high and low pass filters, delay.
So it's basically a whole rack of studio gear shrunk onto a chip.
For sure. And it's doing it all at a 48 kilohertz sampling rate with 24-bit conversion.
That's broadcast standard.
It is. Plus, it's got 48-volt phantom power. That's the juice you need for the really high-end professional mics.
I want to circle back to that no debugging claim, though. They say it's concise but intelligent and ready to go right after installation. To me, that still sounds like they're saying good luck.
I see it differently. In this world, debugging often means a technician spending hours on site because software drivers are unstable.
Right, tweaking settings.
By saying no debugging, they're pitching it as an appliance. You plug it in, it runs, and you walk away. For a hospital, that stability is priceless.
So it's the difference between a gaming PC you constantly have to tinker with and a toaster.
That's a great analogy. It just toasts the bread. This democratizes high-end audio processing. You used to need a huge budget and an engineer for this.
And now it's a special order box from Asia that costs $700.
Exactly. It makes the technology invisible.
Which brings us to a final thought. If this thing really delivers on that promise, concise but intelligent, and it completely automates audio mixing without us ever needing to touch it, at what point does the technology become so invisible that we just forget how to do it ourselves?
That is the question, isn't it? When the box is smarter than the operator eventually just becomes a user.
Something to think about. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive, and we'll catch you on the next one.